Namaskar. I am SM Chaudhary, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Electrical Engineering, All India Shri Shivaji Memorial Society's Institute of Information Technology, AISSMS, IOIT, Pune. This presentation is about DC motor, which covers the working principle and concept of back EMF. DC motor is a machine which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. In fact, all electrical motors convert the electrical energy into mechanical energy. Working principle: the current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field experiences a force. The direction of force is in definite direction. Fleming's left hand rule is used to find it. The statement of Fleming's left hand rule: holding the three fingers of left hand, namely forefinger, middle finger, and thumb, mutually perpendicular to each other in such a way that forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic flux, middle finger or second finger indicates the direction of current, then direction of force on the conductor is indicated by thumb. It is shown in the figure, the left hand rule applied to a simple system, NS poles, so direction of magnetic field is from north to south, left to right. One conductor is shown which carries current in dot direction, current coming towards the observer. So middle finger should be held accordingly, and the force or thrust on conductor will be indicated by direction of thumb. It is in upward direction. So for DC motor, there are number of conductors arranged on armature periphery. This figure shows a simple arrangement with just one coil placed on the armature periphery. The coil has two conductor sides. The upper conductor carries current in dot direction and lower conductor in cross. This is placed in the influence of permanent magnet with NS polarity. If you apply Fleming's left hand rule to upper conductor, you will find the direction of force is towards right, and for lower conductor it is towards left. So a twisting movement is experienced by this armature body and it will turn into clockwise direction. In case of actual motor, there are number of conductors arranged on entire periphery of armature, and the entire armature will now rotate in clockwise direction. So this is about the working principle of DC motor. The torque which is produced on the armature conductor is given by this expression: 0.159 ZIAP by A, where phi is the flux per pole in Weber, Z is total number of armature conductors arranged on the armature periphery, IA is the armature current flowing through armature conductors, P is the number of main poles, A is the number of parallel paths of armature winding. This is the theoretical torque developed in the armature conductors. Now, when it comes out at the shaft, due to friction and windage losses, it is a bit less. So, the shaft torque obtained is lesser than the torque produced on the armature conductors. And the difference between these two, Ta minus Tsh, is known as torque lost in friction. Next, concept of back EMF. Back EMF talks about generator action in motor. Now you consider operation of DC motor with only one coil for simplicity. So this is one side of coil, this is another side of coil, motoring action. Current will be obviously in opposite direction, dot for upper conductor, cross for lower conductor. Now when we apply Fleming's left hand rule, you will find that direction of force will be towards right for upper conductor, towards left for lower conductor. The motor will rotate in clockwise direction. The moment this happens, the same conductor cuts the magnetic flux. So this conductor on upper side is going to cut the magnetic flux, there will be generated EMF inside the same conductor. On the similar lines, there will be generated EMF in the lower conductor. The direction of generated EMF can be determined by Fleming's right hand rule. To same conductor, if you apply Fleming's right hand rule, you will find that the direction of EMF induced is in opposite direction to that for motor. So this dot and cross was for motoring action, and this cross and dot is for generating action. So obviously dot cross, it is supply voltage direction, and cross dot generated voltage direction. So this EMF acts in opposite direction to supply voltage. As we can observe here, it is known as back EMF, and it is denoted by EB. So back EMF, it is generator action in motor, and EB acts in opposite direction to the supply voltage. Let us consider simple DC shunt motor. So this is armature, shunt field winding, which are connected in parallel to each other, and supply voltage is given. The current distribution is indicated. IL current drawn from the line, IA armature current, and field current ISH. The equivalent circuit of this can be drawn like this. Supply voltage V indicated by battery positive negative. Armature has got armature winding, and it possesses resistance Ra, which is indicated here. And as we know, back EMF is generated EMF in the armature conductors. So this armature will have back EMF in it. And as we know, the supply voltage and back EMF act in opposite direction. So the polarities are shown accordingly. Positive plate of back EMF facing positive plate of supply voltage. So they act in opposite direction. The shunt field winding resistance is indicated by RSH. So this is the equivalent circuit. Now shunt field resistance is quite high. So this shunt field current is negligibly small. So this IL current drawn from line is nearly equal to armature current. If we apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to this loop, we can write supply voltage V equal to back EMF plus IARA, which is the armature resistance drop, with an assumption that we have neglected ISH and IL is nearly equal to IA. So V equal to EB plus IRA. So this is about DC motor working principle and concept of back EMF. Thank you. For more information, you can log on to www.aissmsiot.org.